Hello and welcome to Musings and Monologues. For the last several weeks, we've been deliberating upon and debating about issues, ideas, and events that have shaped us, impacted us, affected us, and even confronted us in our daily ritual of existence. We who are ensconced in the safety of our homes in periods of the lockdown, we have had ample opportunity to deliberate upon issues of political, cultural, and philosophic significance, which in our otherwise hurried lives we often choose to overlook or ignore. We have enriched ourselves thereby by reading a lot, by watching these new films which we had not chanced upon on several OTT platforms, having engaging conversations with our friends over video conferencing or just mere telephone contacts. But have we thought of those frontline warriors who are tackling the system day in and day out, 24 by 7, facing it in the head of the crisis that exists in hospital intensive care units, on traffic signals, and even in apartment buildings where the personnel have stayed back to supply and regularly look after the needs of the inhabitants. What about those lives? Yesterday, on a certain news channel, we had a glimpse of the life lived in the intensive care unit of a COVID specialty hospital. We saw the fearless reporter dressed in the PPP outfit enter, fearlessly enter the COVID center and talk with the doctors and nurses and ward boys about the way they are facing and confronting this system, the way they are trying to heal those people who are in need of intensive care, and they are doing their jobs admirably. But they are not the focus of attention of the nation, unfortunately enough, because they are taken as must be, has to be there in terms such as these, in loose terms such as these. For they have the opportunity of not coming to the hospitals, pretending to be on leave, but no, they have not done it, despite knowing that their colleagues, some of their colleagues are being infected by the patients whom they are serving, yet they are fighting and battling it out on a daily basis, providing succor to those in the intensive care. And how horrible is that feeling, which must be churning inside their hearts as they, with a smile on their face, serve the hapless people caught in the intensive care unit. The nurses are all Florence Nightingales to be saluted. The ward boys are no less. The doctors, of course, it is the duty of the doctors to overlook the situation. But the nurses and the ward boys are facing it hands on. They have to touch the person regularly on a ritualistic basis to know how the person is improving or deteriorating in such circumstances, calling the doctors back for attention. The similar case is with the police personnel who are out on the streets, who are normally envisaged as corrupt figures in the popular idiom, in the popular media, in the popular culture. They are the ones who are serving selflessly out on the streets, guiding the people who are out for a rash drive, stifled by the confines of their home environment. They just rush out and create a traffic chaos on traffic signals. The policemen are carefully guiding them back to their homes, or for those who have come out in dire need, they are being guided by the same police force with much adroitness and adeptness to the nearest attention care centers, the hospitals, or the nursing homes which are admitting COVID patients or patients in other states of emergency. They are continuously setting up an example of heroic valor which we have so long overlooked. Even the personnel who are serving in our apartment buildings, who have chosen not to go back home for the last 2 months or more, just to provide us our basic needs by looking after the health of the unit in those apartment buildings and providing them succor by allowing vegetable vendors to come and sell their goods in inside the apartment buildings. In my apartment building, on the uh, place where drivers park their cars in the parking lots, the vegetable vendors come guided by these personnel, and they are constantly supervising that period where we are asked not to be in direct contact with such vendors who come to us. These are lives which need a little attention, especially in such trying times. We need to salute them in cash or kind, and that we should do willingly. I urge all of you to actually think of a focal point where you can make a difference to those lives, the lives of the Corona frontline warriors, and how we can better their existence when they come out victorious after the pandemic. We need to give this a serious thought. I urge you to think of certain financial benefits which we can bestow upon those individuals who are at the forefront. Think of ways and means and do write to us. We shall share these comments and ideas for which we feel very urgently the need of. And that is a thought I leave you with today. Have a wonderful day and be aware of the virus. It might just affect you if you're not careful enough. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.